Hello and welcome back to Pandemic Playground with Dave. We are back with surviving as a trader in space. It's time to repair our ship. So let's get started. Alright, so with the projector off, this ship is looking terrible. Look at that. Much damage on the left-hand side, a little bit more damage on the right-hand side. Although we did some repairs in recent times. But we also have an issue right over here. Missing some thruster components. So we're going to have to get that all situated and repair the ship as much as possible. So let's just first start off with, we turned on the projector. I think we did that mainly for a thumbnail or so. So let's just turn that back on and there we go. So we need to repair all this. Which I still can't believe we kind of survived by fighting a Reaver. It's a small grid ship though. With just a interior turret right here in the front. Just the one. It kind of worked out, which is great, but wasn't the best thing in the world to do. Took forever. But my whole entire ship is completely destroyed and we need to get this fixed. I did mention before in a previous episode that I might put in build and repair so that we can just get to our base, which is the newly found base, which is 26 kilometers away. But that base, if we put the build and repair system in there just to repair our ships, it'll be a lot easier to repair than having to do this all manually. I was thinking of doing just a whole welding arm and everything like that, kind of like a printer kind of setting, but that itself will also take forever because it's not going to get the nooks and crannies of the whole entire base. So I might just do that eventually. I didn't add it in the mod list or in the mods just yet, but we could kind of wait for that because we got to renovate the base anyway. And one quick question would be, do you want to put a safety zone in that new base or our home base? If we did that, it will protect our base quite well, which is great. It would be a little cheesy, I think, to protect some things. Although I am always hovering around these economy-based bubble shields anyway, so I would have to ensure that there's enough energy upkeep for that thing to run anyway. So, and there's a lot of reactors. There's a big old reactor in there anyway, so it likely will be able to survive for quite some time. But it will also prevent from Reavers and other NPCs to attack my base while I'm not even close by. So that's another thing about that. So do we do it? Do we not do it? I don't know. At this very moment, I'm kind of inclined to do it. It'll be a little bit more interesting. So we can always head back home, get repairs, be in a little safety zone. But it's not like we could do a lot in there anyways, because it is just literally a base that's going to house some of our stuff, which is little to nothing at the very moment. So it's not going to change anything. It's just that I likely would have to not deal with putting too much turrets up or putting any turrets up at all, to be honest. And not have to repair the whole entire base every time I get attacked by something. So that's the only kind of like decent point to that. So I might sit on it for a bit, but I mean, once we head back and I feel like, why not just put a safety zone? Again, it is about energy upkeep to keep the safety zone up anyway, so it wouldn't be a terrible cheesy thing to do, but like I said, it's slightly cheesy, but not necessarily, because I technically hover around these bubbles anyways by the economy basis, so what's the big difference? Versus having my own versus one out here. So there's always that. All right, so looks like I need to repair everything and then kind of redo some projections because it looks like the tail end I didn't project out. So there's always that. And this looks terrible when it's completely destroyed. So we'll continue to fix this up as quickly as possible, mend as much as we can, although we might miss a few things. Should be alright as long as we're kind of airtight anyways, although technically we don't need to be airtight because I rarely close the doors, as some of you mentioned. Nope, we're being attacked. Why are we being attacked? Okay. Was not expecting to be attacked like this. Ooh. Where's my Gatlins at? Why are they not firing? We're too far away. Ooh, wasn't expecting to get attacked like that. I think we're just a little too close to the Incon or whatever this thing is. Jeez. I don't think it was planning it to attack me, but I got too close. Or it got too close to me, at least. Is it gonna turn around and fight me? I hope not. Just passing by, shooting me? Might be the case. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna fight that. That thing's a lot bigger than I am, so... What was that about? I mean, we dodged some of it, but not a lot. But we also took a lot of damage, too, because it was a lot of the missiles. I should have just went inside the bubble, but oh well, it's whatever. Alright, what did we lose? Ugh. A thruster, a door, and some more thrusters. Alright, so that's not completely terrible. But definitely that thing came a little too close to us. Yeah, I definitely think it just got too close to us, started firing. Ooh, it took a lot out. A lot of the stuff that I just fixed as well. So great. Okay. Alright, it looks like we completely fixed and repaired our ship for the most part. I know we lost the excess, what I thought it was excess superconductors, but we lost the jump drive, the secondary jump drive that we were planning to put there. And I think that's about it. We mended as much as possible. And everything looks good so far. We actually did have enough for thruster components, so that was a good sign. We haven't done a lot of projections recently, because this whole section actually had 2 turrets here, but I think I'm not going to put it back only because it's more problematic because they aim for this cross section. And when they aim for the cross section there, it cuts the connection point from one end of the ship to the other end. So let's stick with not adding that there for now. We could find another spot for weapons, if anything. So we'll think about that later down the line. But yeah, for now, definitely not a good idea to have it there. Still a few things left to mend, like right here. There's like not really steel plates that are missing from it. It's just dented. All the Gatlins around. The interior turret that I put here is gone. Those small little things all disappeared because I didn't project it more recently. So there's that. But We got the solar panels back up and running. We got the tail end piece here, which is looking a little dented. And I think we're good. So let's just project this into the ship so we have that going. Just in case we get attacked again and we're going to have to fix everything. So we'll just do remove the projection, put in the one we just put in, which is this one here. And it should be aligned with what it is currently because of how it's all spaced out and everything. But I think we are good here. I mean, minor stuff to fix, but we'll fix them as we run into them. But I don't think anything else is a major problem. So let's go down the list here. Everything looks like it's done, so we're good there. The biggest problem now is things like the connectors are not there anymore because that fell off. Some of our thrusters are not there correctly as well. So like the gas, which is the ones going forward. Let's just make sure all backwards here. Nope, these are okay, so we're good there. Yeah, actually that looks pretty good. Ion thrusters, this is turning them all off except for the backward thrusters. That remains the same, so that's good. Okay, so I think we're okay here. So brakes, we just gotta make sure it's just the backward thrusters. And it kind of looks like that is the case. So we're good there. So nothing terrible fell off of that. Ember is coming along. All right. So we're good with the repairs. Took what, half an hour to repair? That's definitely not fun to do. So kind of miss the fact that we had shields to keep that going. So there's that. I think I am gonna go the route of putting build and repair on our newfound station, because that was definitely not fun to do, to be honest. It took forever, and I had to find all the little nooks and crannies of where the problems are. So that's where the build and repair is going to come in. And if we do safe zone chip the station, we would have to undo the safety zone in order to get the repair. So there's some goods and bads to all the things we're thinking about doing. So I think it is sounding a little bit more worth it doing all that. So we will likely end up doing that. All right, so back to the whole trading process where we only have very little bit of money left. But ooh, lots of hydrogen here right this moment. So 4K would probably fill up this thing. So 3,000 right here would do. So I think now we should be fairly filled. Yep. Not completely, but fairly filled up. So that's actually more than enough that we can have. So other than that, Gatling ammo is the way to go if we can get them. It looks like we can't. We need to buy zone chips. That's the other piece. If we're going to do a safety bubble on the base or the station. I'll just call it base. It's our home. We could buy 58 ammo for our interior turrets. It is quite costly for them. I am going to buy... Let's just buy 20 for now. I'm getting really down to the wire with the money-wise. But I don't think I need anything else. That's the thing. So it's whatever costs the most magnesium is what I need to kind of use that to make money. Okay, safety zone requires computers, metal grid, 5 zone chips, and gravity components, which we have. So 5 zone chips will cost us what? 600. Okay. We'll put that in our pockets. So we have that. Too bad they only buy very little uranium here. So that's not something we can do. Acquisitions? No acquisitions. Great. All right. So we're going to stay kind of broke at the moment. Do we have any Detector components. It sells for little to nothing anyways. That's pointless. Selling this at 740 is actually worth it. I might have enough. Yeah, but this is making money for sure. 740, I remember that. But it looks like I don't have too much of that, so that became pointless. Metal grids. Ooh, metal grids will sell for so much. Alright. We don't have much more money from here to spend. Yeah, I think that's all that we can do for now. We could come back and start trading a little bit more if we need to, but I think our ship is ready to go. We are... Yeah, we're looking good. We probably need a little bit more Gatling ammo if we can get it. Looks like we gotta split some up here. Yeah, we have a decent amount of Gatling ammo. Interior turrets, we don't have much ammo from there, so that's why we needed the 50 ammos here. Which we don't even have much of these as well, but we'll throw in 5 here, 5 here, and then we have a few more on this side. So it should be enough for 1 or 2 fights at the very least. But that's about it, because the station's not selling any Gatling ammo, so that's the problem. Okay, so we can't really make any more ammo if we really wanted to anyways, because of the magnesium issue. Which we have 0.4 magnesium left. Yeah, we can't make much at all. So that's going to be kind of like a forever problem for whatever reasons. And I think I have way too much thruster components right now. Let's just get rid of some. We don't need that many. And what else is there? I think we're good. We're going to have to jump. Yeah, we definitely got to jump back to our base station. We'll hook up the safety zone, I think, and then we should be good from there. Alright, so basically I didn't show it in the last episode, but I did jump to the trade station, the orbital trade station right there, which didn't have much except for a little bit of hydrogen, and then I jumped right back to SPSL. So pointless to talk about what happened there. But it is there and it's nearby, so it's great that we have that here. I should mark this to be the GPS SPSL station. So we can always jump back here if we need to, instead of looking for it and accidentally almost going into Europa like we did previously. Alright, time to jump back to base, wherever that is. The base should be, I think, right there, right? 26 kilometers away. So, good news is that our jump drive, we can just get to that waypoint. So, jump drive, let's remove that one. Oh, I did already kind of pinpoint where it is, so that's good. But we're going to go to the base station, which is only using 7%, which is not bad at all. All right, so let's just jump. Or not jump. We have a bit of an issue here, and that is called Europa. It's kind of in my face and not allowing me to do anything. Alright, so we're gonna float up a little bit, just a tad, and hopefully that will work out okay. There we go. We're good. So let's just slow everything down. And good enough. We'll just make the jump and get back home. Alright, we made it. I don't know exactly how far we've gotten to. Oh, there's the SPRT's Mayday piece. Looks like we're about a kilometer away from the station. Alright, good. That, I think, was the old Reaver that we fought. So let us just pop in front of it really quick. And of course, we got a Reaver coming at us already. That Reaver is likely gonna get really, really close to us. So we could stay and fight it. Not a big deal. It's an invader, so it shouldn't be that bad. And this, yeah, this was the Reaver previously. So we can take the steel plates out of it. And actually, steel plates is not what we definitely need for sure. But it's more of the thruster components and things like that. And I think I left mostly, yeah, but I left mostly steel plates here, so should be fine. We could just leave this floating here if we need to. I see a little bubble thing right over there, and I think that is, that's definitely planet side, right? Yeah, should be. It's a little bit unmarked. I'm not even sure. Could be planet side though. Alright, so we're 5k away from that Reaver that's heading our way, but we are likely going to fight it. Because it's not going to be a big nuisance anyways. Well, it will be a nuisance if we don't fight it, because it's going to get close to our station. I mean, 5k away will give us some time, regardless, to fix up the station. So either we wait and draw it closer to us, or we just back off a little bit and let it kind of float away. But I think it's just trying to get close to us, so I guess we are going to fight. I'm going to turn everything on to 700. Let's just do weapons for the most part. Small ship, large ships. And the reason why I'm doing it twice is just to make sure it is set correctly. So if you're going to float close to me, I am ready to shoot you down. That is a small grid. Yep, that's a small grid of what we just pretty much took down right over here, right in front of us. So not a big thing to deal with for sure. It's kind of closing in our base, so that's not great. I think it's gonna close into our base, so we should just intercept, I guess, to be completely sure. Get rid of the Reaver, get to the base station, put up a shield, and do some renovations. I think that's the goal for today. After repairing our ship for a good half an hour to an hour. But yeah. Alright. We are closing on the Reaver. So we're going to make first contact instead of them making contact with us. And here we go. Nope, I detected you first. You will be destroyed. Alright, we're going a little too fast here. Just slow down a bit. Oof. I think it is more than destroyed in terms of weapon-wise. I would hope. We're just raining down on it. Oh, nope. Still don't have weapons. But should be done now. Yep, it should be done now. Oop. What is the turret doing? Either it's flying away or it lost its thrusters. Either one. Not a big deal. See, there's multiple pieces that's flying away. So that's fine. Not something I need to deal with or scavenge at this point. I think we went 4K away from our own base. I believe that's the case. Yes, it is. All right. We'll pop in 4K away. We have to turn off our turrets because we didn't hack everything, especially the batteries. We should go and hack the batteries just in case, because every time we come back here, I don't want to have to shut off our turrets just in case. And I highly doubt NPCs will spawn in there too. Which wouldn't make it interesting if they did, but I doubt they would. As you see, it's all in red, so there's stuff in there that is still targetable by our ship. So that's a big issue or problem that I don't really care to deal with. Alright, the connector should be on this side, right over here, looks like. And we need to spin this thing around just a tiny bit. Which way's up and down? I have no idea at this point. I think we are supposed to be looking at it this way. This is not the connector that has a connection. Or connector. It should be the side that has a gate instead of the hangers that I put there. I'm definitely going to cut these arms a little bit shorter because they're way too long. There's a connector right here, I think. Nope, that's not a connector. Is it this one? Nope. Of course, it's the furthest one over there that has a connector. And here's the gates, yeah. And we're connected. All right. There we go. So this is the base. We can get our things throughout the connector, so it shouldn't be a problem. So once again, we're back here. Most of this looks like it got shot a bit, but that's all right. Where do we put the shield? We could put it right here on top if we need to. I think that might be the spot. This is the where do we do the shield? Is the shields? No. Zone. Safety zone, I think it's called. Yeah, safe zone. All right. Safe zone. We'll grab the mats here. And we'll put it. It looks like it needs. Oh, there's some ports on it. Can we just throw it right in the middle? I mean, that wouldn't be terrible, would it? This thing is huge. This thing definitely looks pretty cool too. We could throw it right in the middle and put it with the port. I mean, why not? Where's the port? Right there, yeah. Let's just do that. Boom. Smack dab in the middle of the whole entire station. And of course, I cannot grab any mats from this spot. So, not helpful at all. Alright, we are safety zone ready. What does that mean? I don't know. Let's just hit the safety zone. And just gotta enable it. And then we have to figure out how big everything is. Oh, we could enable certain things like welding, so we don't have to turn it off. Alright, that's good. And we could change the color of the shields. Alright. How much is this gonna take in terms of power? I'm not sure, but let's see. Oh, it costs zone chips to keep it on. Okay. That makes a difference. That's actually interesting. I didn't realize. I never played around with it, so there's that. Zone chips 0, so safety zone is inactive. So that's as big as our current safety zone is. Which is nothing. So technically it's inactive. Okay. This thing needs to be quite big in order to this to work out. Almost there. Alright, we gotta buy more zone chips if we can. But right now, we don't have that ability. It says it's on, but it's not really on, so there's that. 58, is that enough? Spherical. Nope. Alright, we're gonna double that up. We just do 100. 100 meters will give us a nice spherical look. All right, so we'll cut it in half there with the connectors and everything like that. Yeah, I think this will do. So right now, okay, so we still need to hook this thing up with whatchamacallits, unfortunately, because none of this have. Ooh, it's actually kind of scary to note that you need to get zone chips to get this activated. So right now, we can still shoot through the bubble, I think, right? Yep. Because we have nothing to activate it. So again, it's 1 zone chip per minute. Or with 60 minutes, right? Per hour, basically. So, okay. That is quite costly. All right. That's okay for now. I am going to put a large cargo container right behind here. So I have a little bit more ease of access. And we'll just pipe it through here. So we have some kind of piping access to these things. Here goes another reaver. So much reavers coming after us while we're going to be here. So that's the biggest problem. And the best thing we could do is fix up the base, throw in some turrets and everything like that so it can defend itself. But, I mean, doing that is going to be a little rough on its own too, because it's a standing station. So, who knows how much abuse this thing could really take, to be honest. But I guess we're going to have to find out sooner or later. So that thing is definitely going to hit us quite soon. I think these are for air vents over there. So actually, I don't know how we should do this very specifically, but do we need to have the double door system for the air venting? Probably not. Do we even need that many doors? I feel like no, because we're only docking on one side anyways. Unless we feel like docking on all sides at all given times, which I kind of doubt we want to do that. So there's also that. But we're also going to figure out what's hacked and what's not hacked. So we don't run around without turrets shooting this base down. Oh wow, this is actually a glass corridor. Interesting. And it leads all the way out here for the conveyors. I honestly don't think we need all this. And that we just take out more than half of this base from here. Yeah, we don't need all that. It's just a bit ridiculous to have all that. Alright, so that's fine. We'll dump most of these things in here. That definitely is getting too close to us, so we gotta find out where we're gonna put turrets. Another thing, we could put turrets on top there. Looks like there's a whole bunch of turret or things happening here. What's this? IZ solar alignments on this. That's interesting. All right, so we're gonna have to battle this one out a bit too. It looks like. Yep. So interesting how we dock here and then so much to fight. I just want them to leave me alone for now. No, I detected you first. Oop. Let me fly away from that base first. Alright, turn on our turrets. Start aiming for you. Say goodbye. Ooh. That came quite close to us. In terms of ramming power. Something blew up. I hope that's him and not me. Ooh, I'm getting shredded. I need to put more gyroscope on this thing. This thing takes way too long to maneuver. And this thing is not taking a lot of shots, too. You should be done now, I think. Yeah, at that range, and you're not done for? That's crazy. Either just ram me or a piece just hit me. I want to say a piece just hit me, but I don't know that for sure. Where is this thing? Alright, much of it is there. Assault turrets off. Let me kill your propulsion if we can. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Big piece, big piece. Alright, we're gonna turn that off. The turrets, all turrets was shooting weapons. I think we should aim for power. I don't know. Something to think about. Alright, so let's head back to base now. Minor inconveniences. Unfortunately, it has to happen. We got parts flying everywhere. Which, probably not gonna just grab unless I could. Like, those are just random pieces flying around. I turn off my turrets. Yeah. Let's just be sure we do that. Alright, we took a decent amount of damage up front as well. Oh, we need to stop. Slow down, slow down. We're gonna crash into this. Yikes, 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 yikes. Okay. Almost went the wrong direction. And almost got ourselves killed. So, there's that. Luckily, I stayed up, not go down. Anyways, I'm not going to connect into the ship. I'm just going to hover above it, I guess. Yep, so we're going to forever be repairing our ship here if we continue this route. So I think build and repair is going to be what I'm going to be using for base repairs or repairing at base, not to use it as part of like a makeshift shield. So if I'm traveling about and need to fix my ship, this is the way I'm going to have to do it. But if I get back to base and get next to the build and repair and it'll repair a ship, that I am okay with. So we can reduce some random maintenance of the ship that, I mean, nobody really cares to sit down and see this thing repaired maybe 5 to 6 times or more. So there's that. All right, so our base here is not looking too bad. I think I'm gonna remove most of the doors. I don't think we need all that. We'll save those parts and sell it and things like that if we need to. We'll fix the floor really quick here. And now I kind of regret getting rid of the gravity generator, which we could always remake. And I don't know if this is gonna be airtight. Probably not. So we're gonna have to find a way to make this place a bit airtight as well. Alright, we definitely don't need all 4 doors for sure. Or entryways. So what we can do is kind of mitigate these passages. We could keep maybe front and back. We don't need all this. And of course, these are way too long anyway. So that's another piece to it. We'll get rid of all the connectors down here, or conveyors. And that's just easy parts, really. Don't think we'll make it all the way. Hoping we could. And then all this is crazy, crazy metal grids. So that is a bit insane when it comes to trying to get that fixed. So we're going to scrap all that and keep it for ourselves, obviously. Get the cobalt that we need and maybe sell it somehow. Alright, another scary thought is that these other transport systems that pass on by us might actually shoot us. So that's the another scary piece to this. That was my couch. Interesting how that works. Alright, so there's a lot of stuff in here that we gotta get rid of. All this girders of glass is more than sufficient for us. But it's gonna take a while to take everything down. I feel like we need to make some kind of welding ship to help us. Not welding, grinding ship. To help us gather all this mats. Another thing we could do is just put a grinder on our ship. And just grind everything down from there. That could help. But this isn't terrible, but it is quite the distance. Look at it. That's really, really far forward. And keep in mind, this is all going to be heavy armor down here as well. Ooh, I don't even think our ship's going to be able to fill all that. Likely not, actually. So it's going to be a while to actually get everything we can out of this whole entire base. And also, especially, just removing these arms here. The extra corridors. But this is a lot of glass that we could definitely use. And steel plates and metal grids, actually. So that's the benefit of knocking out some of these arms here. Definitely don't need these corridors. But like I said, it's going to take forever to collect. So that's the other problem. I mean, I do see a potential way of collecting everything, to be honest. So we might just do that. Alright, I think I have an idea. So hopefully it works, but let's just see. It's going to require some pistons and grinders. So you probably imagine right this moment what I'm kind of thinking of. Alright, so it's kind of working out in a way, but we didn't make it long enough. We should have made it from here to get this thing kind of working itself out a bit better. Or even up to right over here. I think that would probably be the best thing to do. So we could just add it for now. Just kind of get it over with. Because we're going to eventually have to do this anyways. Alright. Alright, we'll just put that there. And the rest will be pistons. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's going to end up right around here as the issue. Should be alright. Alright, so this gets a bit tricky because of this whole piece right over here. Like, how does this all grind down? Do we have to do it piece by piece? Ooh. I would hope that's not the case. But it seemingly is the issue. Alrighty. It's, I can't add stuff here. I don't like the fact that I can't. It's because it's kind of like rubbing off the walls here, basically. So if I put this here, for example, would it work out okay? Turn this on. What's that going to grind down if I reverse this piston? Okay, so that cuts that. So it's like piecemealing it either way, but a little bit more automated in a sense. Not really automated, but it'll work out a little bit better. I would just reverse everything, see how far we get. And looks like we get pretty far, so that's good. So 5 seems to be a good number. I guess from here we could just plug it in this way. Don't know how much that's gonna cover, but hopefully a decent chunk. Now this one we definitely don't really need anymore. Ooh, it'll take it forever. Alright, honestly, I don't know why I've never done this, but I should have done this to begin with. Get some stairs. Put it right here in front of the battery. And then I can easily get this survival kit with or without a jetpack. Alright, so now with that done, we can get this retracted as much as possible. Maybe slow it down a bit, but we'll leave it as is. But this should be able to get us pretty decent now, I think. We'll get rid of this so it doesn't impede us too much. And this is still really slow, so that's a bit of a problem here. And it's kind of like stuck. Looks like we need a lot more grinders to really get this thing done. Ooh, I don't like that. That's still there, so how do we take care of that without grinding our own piece down? Do we just do this? Or I think just like this will do, right? Alright, change the velocity to 0.25 to reverse there. I think that should help out with the speed of everything. So all the pistons, let's just do velocity 0.25. The one I'm on actually should be reversed. So we do one at a time if we have to. Probably don't have to do it that way, but it'd be a decent idea. So there's a melee right around there, I believe. Right there. 60 kilometers away. We don't even know what that is, but we will get to it eventually. Right now I want to get rid of these stupid arms as much as we can. And then we can kind of finish out renovating this base if we can. This was pretty much step 1. First thing you do is demo, and this demolition is taking a little bit on the longer side, but not much we could do about it because it's the steel, it's heavy armor. This whole thing is heavy armor, which is insane. All right, we could plan out the base a bit more if we need to. So going into it, this is our main one, our main station or arm. I'm gonna have to cut this in half because it's way too long. And then we get in here through the 2 double door gates right into the shields, the safe zone shield. We need to get some zone chips. We could afford some, not a lot. And it's this whole bunch of ventilation and everything like that. Although I don't think we have any oxygen on this thing. So we gotta figure that out. Everything towards the bottom is not really mine yet. So like there's air vents randomly everywhere. So we could get rid of some of those air vents. We don't need it. The batteries, however, right now they're part of the station and not mine. So when I fly back, I won't be able to shoot it down because I'm not aiming for battery. I'm aiming for weapons. So we should be okay in that sense. But we should probably take it over eventually if we need to. And we probably will need to. Upstairs was just the reactors, so nothing too crazy in there. And the rest is just air vents and things like that. So we got to figure that out. And I did notice there was the IZ's solar alignment on this specific piece of item. I didn't even know there's a door here. I gotta find a programming block if it actually does exist so I can rerun that script. Or I run a turret controller. Oh, there's the... there's that. Is it running the script already? No, it's not. So we can always run it if we need to. We'll recompile, run it. I don't even know the motors are named correctly. I don't know if this is even doing anything. Oh, different owners. Okay, so that's definitely not going to work out. And this one is pretty much broken, so that's not a problem. So that's not going to rotate and collect energy, I think, until I take ownership of it. So there's that. Actually, let's see if we can fix that really quick. Is that going to do anything? Put a rotor. It's got to be grouped up correctly if it's going to use the solar alignment. Probably not doing anything right now. I'll leave it for now. We'll work on it. Up here, once again, was just the reactors. There's some air vents that we could probably just take over really quick. And we just have to see what's in here that's not ours. LC panels, tower panels, couch, which is my couch. The batteries are hidden. Right here, they're all hidden. These are all lights. There's a lot of lights. And it looks like there's hangar doors. There's a lot of stuff in here that's kind of hidden and not ours at the moment. So we're going to have to figure that out somehow. Alright, base-wise, like I said, not much we could do with it now. We could get some safety zone chips, if anything. And I'm okay with these pillars coming down with the lights, but it's hanging a little too low. A little lower than I would like. What else can we do here, though? I mean, the build and repair is an idea. We need more weapons on here. That thing's pretty close. Yeah. Zone chip or weapons. The build and repair for the ship. If I do build and repair now, it's going to weld up this whole entire ship, which is not what I want, because it's going to use all of my mats. Which should be fine, too, because I have more than enough mats for it. Alright, so maybe we do that. Maybe we put the build and repair system in here. So we repair our ship. And this is going to be base. We got to figure out how we're going to do this base a little bit better. The first thing you see here is like this whole craziness here. Upstairs are reactors. We need like sleeping quarters and everything like that too. But that can wait. But before, should we really put in the building repair right now? I don't know if it's a good idea because, like I said, it's gonna start rebuilding the station a bit, which is a bit much. Although we're gonna get a chunk of stuff now from these metal grids and such, so it should be okay, I think. Plus we could always turn them on and off, so it's always that. I don't have anything to grind out that piece. Yeah, it looks like we do. Alright, so this whole system should give us everything we need. Even if we did build and repair and fill up the rest of this, it should be okay. More or less, we're turning it on for our ship anyway, so we'll turn it off eventually. So it wouldn't be too much of a problem. And this thing kind of helped out. It sped it up a little bit, I guess. Didn't have to pay too much attention to it. So that's the good thing about that. We still have to add a whole bunch of stuff like maybe a hydrogen, so we can store hydrogen here if we ever need to. Oxygen, things like that. It's another aspect of it that we need. Much as this needs to kind of go away, we could use the build and repair to cut it in half. But that's a little cheesy once again, so we try to not utilize build and repair for any buildings. And breaking these down, it's just more for the ship itself. So we gotta figure that out, how we're gonna do this. I guess for now we could put the build and repair outside over here, and that's where the repair station is gonna happen. Then it should be okay. Wouldn't be that terrible to have it out here. Ooh. So what we can do is limit the box of how far we can get connected. Although we want to cut this in half eventually, but for now we'll leave it. We'll just put this here. We'll put the connector here. And then we could throw in build and repair right over here. Or even in a little bit more inner. To be honest, let me just put a block there. We'll put it here, if anything. I guess we put a block there. Yeah, we should. Just in case we make some kind of ramming station. Or ramming up the station. Alright, so it's gonna go here. So we'll plug in the mod and see how it goes. Alright, we're back. We added build and repair. Well, nanobot build and repair. That's right there. Not something I really cared to add, but repairing the ship was really annoying. So we're gonna add this here just for that purposes. So build and repair, we'll keep it off for now. We're gonna keep the settings on in a bit. There we go. And it's gonna be fly mode because we're in space. Well, before grinding is fine. We'll figure out all the rest of this out as well. But let's see. Let's show the area to see how far this thing goes. That covers a decent chunk of it, but it doesn't cover much of the space station, which is perfect. All right. That's good. So we want to bring it probably in a little bit more if we need to. But I think right now we should be okay. So what we probably want to do is... let's bring down the area height a little bit. We have it all upside down, so... where is it? Is it depth we have it? Yeah, it's depth. And then we'll bring it up vertically. Nope, not vertically. Forward and backwards. So we're going to bring it up above where we are. And I think that's it for now. We'll adjust it later down the line. But I think this is actually good enough for what it is. We'll turn it on. And it should start repairing stuff for us. It's perfect. Let's get rid of the show area. Let's get our ship. And this is just, again, preventing the series to slow down from constantly needing to repair the ship. That's the main purpose of this. We need to get a remote controller button out here. So then we could just go, or a sensor actually. sensor to sense there is a ship over here. We would want to put in this one here. If it senses there's a block here, we turn on the build-in repair system. I think that's going to be the best way to do this right now. And we slap it on, I guess, right here. I don't know what's up and down at this point, but whatever. We care more about the rear. We don't have silicon. Interesting. We have plenty of glass, so we're going to dismantle some here. And we should be good to go with glass. Okay, so the sensor, we don't need front, right? Yeah, we don't need front. We're going to do show shield range, or sensor range, shield range. Sensor range, and show on HUD, so we can see it. So we don't need front, but we need a lot of back. So we'll do back as far as we can for now. Top, bottom, right, left. Let's just see what it looks like first. And that would do. We can extend everything else a little bit. Don't know if it's going to run the batteries if we make it very extended, but I'm okay with that. So we could extend all this if we need to. Not a big deal. So once that's detected, then it should tell. Oh, got a Reaver coming. That's not good. Reaver, Slayer, and Invader. 2-for-1 combo. This is not gonna be great. Alright, I think we have a little bit of time. Not a lot, but just a tad of time. So sensor, cost, setup action. Here we turn on. And here we turn off. And that's what we're going to do. Alright. We're going to have a little bit of action here. Although, actually, should we have some action here? Because do we even have any ammo left? We have... Okay, not good. Not good at all. Interior turrets are empty. That's all empty. This is not going to be a good fight if we stay here. And, okay, it might be targeting us. I hope so. But it also might be targeting our base, which is not going to be great. And we're running right in front of them like smart people we are.